2020 has forced many of us to work from home. The line between work and home is blurred. Our clients told us they were struggling to keep up engagement. It was harder to lead others and well-being was suffering. We also had clients who were connecting and creating a great human experience. So we started to get really curious about what works and doesn't work. And we felt there's likely to be more uncertainty ahead and wanted to find a way to openly share some practical ways leaders could make their people's experience of work more human. We asked leaders from the digital sector across the UK, Europe, America and New Zealand to reflect on what leadership styles enabled humanness and what dehumanized us. And we also commissioned Sarah Smizz to be our visual storyteller. We felt in a human workplace, leadership can come from any part of the organisation, not just those with leadership in the job title.
Every single member of the team has something to offer and is capable of being in control of their own thinking, actions, choices, options, and adding great value.
We all agreed that great human leadership was when people made you feel valued and able to be yourself.
As humans, we're always guided by our emotions. That's why we need emotionally intelligent leaders who can navigate the complexities of us humans.
Human leadership wasn't soft and didn't limit people to their cozy comfort zones. It enabled people to learn, stretch, and be challenged.
It's not easy to do, and it takes skill and a desired way to work in this way, but rewards are amazing.
Human leaders are brain aware and are able to stretch and grow people without triggering shame or fear or survival.
You will observe these leaders listening to their people, making time not only to hear the words, but the complete message of what's being said, which builds trust, it builds shared understanding and ownership.
We named a few styles of leadership that might best fit that human experience. Host leadership was suggested as a way of engaging and motivating people. Host leaders are brave, they build strong relationships, they bring people together and support and develop their teams.
A great approach for human-led organisations. And human leadership isn't about leaders, it's all about the way that the people they serve them well, and they'll serve you well in return.
We recognised in the past that leadership was about alpha power over behaviours. There wasn't much diversity or consideration about bringing different perspectives to the table. Whereas human leadership recognises that humans are full of emotions and feeling, that different voices enrich thinking, and that power plays and shouting doesn't get you results. Human leaders see the whole person and acknowledge all aspects of people's lives. They show emotion and by doing so, make it okay for everyone else to acknowledge their feelings and be more human.
Human leaders tell the truth. They're honest with their teams, they're authentic and they're open. They will have greater control over their emotions in stressful times and will reinforce a climate of psychological safety for all to admit their mistakes and to challenge bad behaviour. Emotionally intelligent leaders get to know their names, their opportunities and their superpowers. They become aware of the changes in their teams, they sense them, they understand them, and they adapt their behaviours.
One participant shared, in a high fear environment, people stop learning. Conversely, when we feel safe and we can connect with how we feel about things, we can be honest about what works and doesn't work, and in turn we can learn and grow from our experiences.
Understanding what matters to your team helps to build relationships and enables more difficult conversations to be discussed.
Human leaders are adaptive and respond to the people in front of them. They ask questions, they listen, they make people feel included, heard, and part of the thinking that makes things better.
They're able to move our brains away from threat towards reward, and you'll observe collective emotion, collective performance, and collective intelligence.
When we thought about what leadership behaviours dehumanised us, most of all, we talked about micromanagement. We felt that underneath the behaviour, managers were only thinking about their own needs. It indicated a lack of trust and that fear is present throughout the organisation.
Micromanaging is a clear indicator that there is no trust and that fear is present throughout an organisation. We must let people do their job that they are employed to do and always empower them.
We also acknowledged that a human workplace was a bit of a buzzword, and that some organisations that boast human policies like unlimited holidays also needed leaders with the skills and capabilities to enable people to actually make use of the support available.
Leaders must create the right conditions to allow everyone the space and confidence to have a voice, to inform, advise, support, and create the solutions for success alongside them.
We talked about how different we all were as humans. Some of us loved rules that helped us know what was okay and not okay, and some of us hated rules and felt it stifled creativity and best thinking.
Frameworks can work well, rules can make us feel safe and help when dealing with areas like poor behaviour, which should always be challenged and difficult conversations had. What's important is that teams feel empowered and have a level of autonomy. We trust our teams to make the right decisions.
To meet the needs of the people we lead, we need to know our team, what they like, their skills and superpowers, and how to use these effectively. We also acknowledge that being a human leader was a little more exposing, as you can't hide behind a work persona. Your decision-making is much more in the open.
Understand what's important to your team and what really matters to them. Make it matter to you.
We felt that great human leaders are okay not knowing the answers and working from a space of not being the smartest or brightest in the room, that the wisdom of the team and the contribution from everyone in an organisation was valid, and perhaps decision-making would come from open communication and collaborative deciding rather than top-down thinking.
Working with your team's best thinking, using your subject experts to the best of their ability. Don't get activated when as a leader you don't know the answer. It's okay not to know everything. The thinking power available to you through your team is immense. Concentrate instead on creating the right conditions for your team.
We believe that human experience can be delivered in any space, online or face-to-face, and that human leadership behaviours can be learnt by anyone. We're developing a human leadership programme which will be launched next year. We're looking for a handful of people to join our Human Leadership Lab, which will run in January 2021. Participants will get access to great coaching and learning materials in exchange for helping us develop our programme and test out some of our methodology. So if this feels like something you might be interested in, then do let us know.